everybody, this is Marjorie. Look at me today. I think I look quite sciencey. You know, the atoms and all the, you know, all the planets, all the intergalactical, all that nonsense. Well, that reminded me, right, when I put this topo and I says, oh, I'll need to tell all my friends on the YouTube about my fire alarm experience. Oh, what a laugh I've had, because, well, you know how the laws change, right? The laws change, and there's all these, what do you call them? The intergalactical linked fire alarms. You can, it's the laws change, and you've got to have all the alarms in your house, and you've got to have the heat alarm in the kitchen, and the carbon, was it the carbon peroxide? You know, the wee alarm that goes off if you're going to be having the carbon in the kitchen. Remember in the old days when you used to type, you had the carbon copies? Oh, that was funny, wasn't it? Anyway, what a hoot I've had. Because, I was helping out all the old folk, right? Because, well, I've got that many neighbours, and, you know, as you know, I'm a people person, and I'm out there saying, hello, 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 I'm Marjorie, how do you do? So all the old folk are saying, Marjorie, will you help me? Will you help me with my alarms, put my alarms up? Because, you know, you've got things like, what do you call it? You can phone up the number, and there's the folk that will come out and help all the old folk. But I thought, look, I'm quite able. I'm able, and I get out there, and if it's something I can do to help somebody, I'll do it. So, I was going up and down the street like a yo-yo. I was as happy as a chimp in a banana factory, right? So, I'm working my wife from one end of the street to the other, right? And I went into my pal Effie. Now, she stays right at the opposite end of the wee village that I'm in, right? So, I take everything out the boxes, right? And it's got all the wee sticky pads. They're like wee sticky donuts, right? And she says, well, you need to screw them onto the ceiling, Marjorie. And I says, no. I says, they're sticky pads. They're double-sided sticky pads. You just take the things out the box, stick the sticky pads on them, stick them on the ceiling. And she says, oh, that's quite clever. So you had to press all the wee buttons and get, you know, you had to intergalactic link all these wee boxes, right? So I'm putting all the wee sticky pads, and I put a wee blobby blue tack in the middle, because, you know, better safe than sorry is than unsafe to the bishop. So up I went, moved on to the next one. I did FB. I was doing, you know, my posh neighbour Famey. I was in at her. Would you like a chair, Marjorie? I says, aye, give me a chair. What do you think I'm? Think I'm the elephant man? Do you think I can reach the ceiling for the flare? Yeah. Was the elephant man tall? No, I'm not thinking of the elephant man. Who am I thinking of? The tallest man in the circus? Was he in the elephant man? You know, you hear the big man. He was about 8 foot something. He did. Remember that years ago? That was a shame, wasn't it? Imagine the size of the coffin. It must have been like twice the size of the hearse. Anyway, and then I did Famous, and I did my next door neighbours, Connie and Neville, right? And then I did my own. Well, stramash. Because, well, I thought I had done well. I had worked up my way up and down the street, putting all the things in, and I was fair pleased with myself. And then I discovered, right, I was into my pocket, because I was wearing my pinny at the time, right? Went into my pinny pocket, and I went, what's all these wee plastic things? I thought, have I forgot to put something up? Have I forgot to put a bracket or something? But no, it was all the remotes, right? Because all the packages that everybody had in my street, including me, we all had these wee remote controls. I'm like, oh my God. When I was taking everything out the boxes, I forgot to give all the various folk the corresponding remote controls. So I went out into the street, right, and I worked my way up and down the street, and I'm kicking through the letterboxes, and I'm pressing the wee test button on the remote controls, the whole street. It was like the traffic cops. It was going boop, 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 boop. It was like 42 HIV lorries reversing. It was hilarious. Well, all the alarms are going off, right? Neville comes out. He says, are you testing something, Marjorie? And I says, you're testing my patience. That's the only testing that's going on here. Away back into the house, nobody will ken what's wrong with you. Well, I thought that was the end of the stramash. You know, all the alarms going off. No. Did the nose start to fall off the ceiling? And they were all going, all you heard was a whole street of folk going, hiya, hiya, hiya. And I was like, oh no, they're not going to ask me to do that again. I'm going to end up concussing somebody, right? So I'm running up and down the street, looking in the living room windows, and all these alarms are fun. Like, it's like Space Invaders. I thought, it's no alarms, I should have gave them its helmets. So they're like, yeah. Right, so I'm running up and down, and they're all ducking. I went, I better go and check that Effie's all right, because she's about 98, so into Effie's in living room. There she is, sitting in her chair, right? She's got an alarm on the side of her head, sitting there like a you know, one of the fascinators. Well, it came down off the ceiling in the corner, knocked her in the head, and it fell into her soup. She had just brought her soup through. She had tomato soup, right? So the fire alarm's in the soup, and she's sitting, you know. She's went, oh, fell down, Marjorie. I says, oh no. I says, listen, what happened to your carbon peroxide wee box that I put in the kitchen? It's no there. She says, oh, I was doing my heating. Well, I took the batteries out it. And I put it in the drawer. I says, where are you taking the batteries out of? But I've just picked that up. She says, well, it was bleeping. And I was getting a headache and I felt a bit sleepy. I says, oh, it's just, I mean, oh.